You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. To upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast has been brought to you by Bathway, the tub cutting people. Visit bathway.ca.
Well, this is some of the footage of the severe weather that has been strolling and passing right across southern Ontario. Cambridge, heavy rainfall coming through this morning with a cell that produced a tornado just south of the region. This is the tornado in Dumbro earlier this morning, so around at 11 a.m. it did make a landfall, or rather it did touch the ground. And when I'm going to show you some of the rainfall totals and the rotation that was detected with this, it did end up leaving a few branches broken on the ground. Additionally, it did flip a 18-wheeler truck. So just taking a look at this, you can kind of see right here, that is where you have the rotation marks. It was just west of the 401. The truck was actually along the 401. And now the cell is pushing further towards the north, or rather the northeast, into areas of Guelph and into areas of Milton as well. So just tracking this widespread, it is headed more so in that northeasterly direction, bringing heavy rainfall with this. So localized flooding is definitely going to be a concern. Additionally, large hail, so nickel size and greater. And when we take a look at just the direction that it is moving in, I will show you that in just one second. We see that more of that northerly and northeasterly direction that it will be proceeding in. So Georgetown, just Milton, and it's right along the 401 as well. So we're going to continue to follow this story here. And what's so interesting about this tornado is when we take a look at the dynamics, it was all due to the cape that is in play. So that thunderstorm energy, there's so much through the day today, that's what allowed for that convection to occur.
Are you safe from a tornado if you live in a city or by a lake? Do tornadoes truly not hit the same place twice?
Plenty of tornado myths surface every season. Here are 5 you should never believe. Number 5, a big city will protect you. While big cities can alter thunderstorm movement, they cannot always repel a strong tornado maker. Dozens of tornadoes have hit major cities such as Ottawa, Vancouver, New York, and even Washington, D.C.
Take shelter in the southwest corner of your basement. It was believed that this corner would allow us to avoid wind-blown debris, but the problem is, since the wind is not blowing in a straight line, it is impossible to predict the safest corner. It's best to shelter in a windowless room, like a closet, bathroom, or basement.
Number 3, an open window will equalize the pressure. This myth claims that by opening a window, you avoid a pressure bomb that can demolish the house. However, it's not the pressure that destroys the house, it's the wind.
By opening a window, the air from the tornado will enter like a whirlwind and will cause the most destruction.
Number 2, an underpass is a safe shelter. Although it seems logical, sheltering here can put you in more danger and could turn deadly. This acts as a wind tunnel. The wind gusts accelerate through the narrow space. If you see a tornado, stay in your car or get to a ditch for better shelter. Finally, the most popular belief, number 1, tornadoes can't strike the same place twice.
Don't trust this old saying. Tornadoes have no regard for the past and can form in the same place over and over again. For example, Barrie, Ontario was affected by 2 major tornadoes, the first in 1985 and the second most recently in July 2020.
Get personalized weather recommendations for your favorite outdoor activities or your special day. Just ask your weather assistant.
Well, hello there. It's a Saturday, and we're going to take a look at some of the big weather storylines as we enter the weekend. Of course, looking ahead to the impacts for Atlantic Canada with Hurricane Ernesto, currently a Category 1 hurricane. Now, what might we see in Atlantic Canada in terms of impacts? Well, it looks like we could have a brief but intense period of rain for areas like the Burin and Avalon Peninsulas in Newfoundland. Meanwhile, for Nova Scotia, it's more so going to be some heavy and hazardous surf as we maybe steer clear of some of the rain and wind. So there's a look at the track. So winds are going to be a factor, but maybe not overly strong, just from the dynamics of the storm. Now, that's what we're seeing in Atlantic Canada. Meanwhile, it's a rainy weekend in Ontario and Quebec. Not that summer weekend forecast that you dream about. In fact, not only rain, but a chance for some severe storms today. We'll be keeping an eye on that story and telling you a bit more. Now, here's a look at the storm threat in the west today. We could see some non-severe action for British Columbia, potential severe storms in parts of Saskatchewan, and air quality concerns continue.